Hey, cousins. Let's have a serious discussion. I want to have a real serious discussion. Usually, I put this type of stuff over on the Patreon because not saying that you know the YouTube community don't appreciate it. It's just sometimes I be wanting to have visceral and deep discussions with my community. But I think this is necessary to be here. So, however it's received is how it's received. But I want it to be received. Cora Jade, going by Elena Black right now. Elena Black. I'm not really sure the infatuation and the need to disrespect this woman, young woman, the way she's being disrespected, but it's a bit too much, and it's hearkening me back to Hana Kimura. Um, I I wasn't, like I said, I'm not a big Japanese wrestling fan, but when I found out that this girl had committed suicide in 2020, and I did a deep dive and found out the reason that she committed suicide was because of online bullying. Now, a lot of people out in the community in the world think that online bullying is a stupid reason to injure yourself or to take things personal because it's online. These people aren't real. Growing up in the 1900s, the one thing that we did not have to worry about was the bully following you outside of the home. Now, some people, the bully follows you home, but for the most part, you go to school, you get bullied, and then you go home, you got relief. And you have to prepare yourself for the bully when you get back to school. And then eventually you get tired of it and you fuck up the bully like you're supposed to, right? Or the bully grows up and turns into a mid class to lower class stripper. No, I'm not projecting. That's what happened to my bully. But anyway, with all that being said, Hana Kimura, Netflix star and Japanese wrestler, died at 22. Elena Black is 24, okay? These ladies, their frontal lobes haven't even developed fully yet. And they are in positions, or were in Kimura's position, to take on a lot of perceptions and judgments and rules and regulations that they did not ask to be a part of. Stardom Wrestling, Kimura's organization, confirmed the news and asked fans to be respectful. The cause of death was not immediately clear. Shortly before she died, she issued a series of troubling social media posts implying she had been cyber bullied. The most recent update on her Instagram story on Friday featured a photo of her with her cat with a caption that read, "Goodbye." A winner of Stardom's 2019 Fighting Spirit Award, Kimura was one of the cast members of Japanese reality TV show Terrace House before it was suspended due to coronavirus. The show follows three men and three women as they temporarily live together in the house. Okay, so the real world Japanese style. Her mother was also well-known wrestler Kyoto Kimura. Confirming her death on Twitter on Saturday, Stardom said, "Please be respectful and allow some time for things to process and keep your thoughts and prayers with her and her family." Concerns were raised on Friday after Kimura reportedly posted images of self-harm on Twitter along with messages that read, "I don't want to be human anymore. It was a life I wanted to love. Thank you, everyone. I love you. Bye." Kimura is said to have been the target of hundreds of mean tweets from fans and critics on a daily basis. On the news of her death, fans and industry figures spoke out against cyberbullying and its impact on mental health. "It absolutely breaks my heart how cruel people can be on social media," said Tessa Clanchard. God. We're going to leave her alone for the sake of this situation here. It's an amazing honor to know Hana Kimura. She was an amazing girl with the kindest soul and immense passion and work ethic. I hope this serves as a reminder that interactions on social media can have serious effect on the mental health of anyone, no matter who they are. Among those paying tributes to the star online was British professional wrestler Jamie Hayter, who wrote, "Distraught. I don't even know what to say or feel. Numb. I can't express it. Rest in peace, Hana Kimura. Such a wonderful human being. U.S. wrestler Soon Young said, I will always love and miss you, my friend. You're my little sister. And they go on to give you information on if you have been a victim of cyberbullying, where you can go to get help. Cyberbullying is real and it can fuck up your mental health. Now, as a 44-year-old woman, can I be cyberbullied? Yes. Yes, I can. Will I allow it? No, because I'm grown and I've settled into who I am. I know my values and ethics. I know what and won't penetrate my force field of self. But when you're in your 20s, as we all are, have been, maybe entering, it takes time to build up that force field of self. It takes time. So when you're trying your best at whatever you're wanting to do, and you have people telling you how terrible you are, you suck, you stupid, you whack, it does something to you. Now, I made a post about Cora Jade leaving WWE, and she left, and I did joke and say she's going to OnlyFans. I said that because that is the trend. Now she went over to the madam that is Mandy Rose. And I also spoke on how Mandy Rose was very off-putting in this interview, almost as if she was cheering on Cora Jade, Elena Black, to get into sex work. She kept saying, fuck everything else. Sex work is where it's at, girl. I understand WWE, that's what put us on the map. But sex work, girl, like she was going all the way in to where I was like, does Madam Rose have a fucking stake in OnlyFans or Fan Time or something I don't know about? And I also said, girl, make that money. Don't let that shit make you. You young. You feel like this is the lane you want to go into. Just be prepared for what all comes with it. Okay? Okay. With all that being said, Elena Black took to her X account and she wrote this. I had originally had a 10-minute long video explaining where my head's at, and maybe eventually I'll post it, but seems unnecessary for now. I'll keep it short, but I am going to be taking a break from wrestling for the foreseeable future. It is no longer good for my mental health, and I'll never know if that love for it I once have will return if I don't step away. I'm going to take the rest of the year to take care of me and go from there. I apologize to fans and promoters who were looking forward to / booked my upcoming appearances. I hope you can understand. To my supporters, thank you, Bree, Elena. Let go or be dragged. First of all, I will say this. If you've been booked already, Elena, I just feel like you should have just wrapped up your bookings and said your goodbyes in a more professional manner. That's me, whatever. If the bookers agree your mental health, go ahead, do your thug thizzle. It's fine. Elena Black been catching hell since she was in NXT, okay? She started out as the skater girl, Skater girl, yeah. And then fucking old boy and his coffin drop, wanting to kill himself, Mount Rushmore having ass, put alcohol in his hot sauce in his butt, had an issue that she used a skateboard as a part of her gimmick. That literally kind of started the trajectory of her online abuse. Okay, because once he did that, the AEW collective looked over and said, "Oh, word," and proceeded to go over there and run her down. I'm going to put it on mostly AEW because that's what I see. Wrestle purist per se, okay? Also, she had got breast implants, and she said that she was pressured to get those by the people in WWE. I'm not shocked by that. Now, those breasts did not fit her body, and they were the first thing you saw when she came on TV, okay? She played a heel very well. Now, listen, and who cares? I just want to point that out. I'm just saying, those breasts really kicked it up a notch in terms of the gooner population, okay? She played a heel very, very well with Roxanne Perez. They seem to have formed a real bond. I hope outside of wrestling they're still friends, but whatever. Um, I think what riles people up is what is perceived as smugness. Okay. When she was on Madame Rose's podcast, she seemed smug when she was expressing her wants and needs and desires, and that rubs people the wrong way, and it makes them get on the defense when you say stuff like, I could do what I want with my body, I don't give a fuck, and if you don't want to join in on the motherfucking show, then you need to go find you somewhere else to go. And anybody else would be like, okay girl, boom. But a lot of people were like, oh word, okay, bitch, I got something for you. So after I read that, right, you would think it would be, okay, girl, go do your thing. I understand. I get it. Whoop de whoop de whoop, boom. No, no. She got 164 comments. This thing has been viewed 845,000 times. Okay. The first comment I see after I read that was basically OnlyFans is paying me way more money and I don't have to abuse my body. The next one, I don't know what's going on and sorry to hear that, but please take all the time you need to get yourself right, love. You and only want best for you. That should have been the first one. But unfortunately, the first one got more likes than the second one. 750 likes. Okay? All the ones that's giving good vibes and accolades get no likes. But the ones running her down, it's obvious going that way. We get it. You're now a porn star. 156 likes. Okay? It's sad. Now this says Congressman Sergey did a troll some Russian who is in love with this administration. This motherfucker said you're not a wrestler. You were made for causing internet drama. Do better. If that's a real congressman, I doubt it. But good grief, okay? In a sea of positivity, the worst ones are going to jump out, and those are the ones that is really going to work you over. And it's always a question of why do you respond or see the worst shit when you have accolades, support, but it's the one, two, three, four things out of hundreds that will take you out. That will take you out. Why can't the mind move away from that? That's a question we'll never have an answer to. That's a question we'll never have an answer to. But what I want to ask the IWC is, do you want this woman to go and injure herself and then come back and say, oh no, oh boy, why she do that? Y'all did it to the other girl. Y'all ran that girl down all into the depths of hell, and then she went and took herself out. Y'all have to get up off of these women who want to do what they want to do. Listen, she was homegrown in the NXT, in the WWE. They let her go. Naturally, it was going to be difficult for her to get back into the workforce and find something else to do. Like, let's not fucking joke around. Let's be real. If you've been watching Cora Jade on NXT since she was 18 years old and they fire her at the ripe old age of 24, do you think she really wants to be in Target? Just so somebody who recognizes her and she ringing up your fucking, ham and cheese and fruits for you to say, oh my God, aren't you Cora J? And she's like, yeah. And then you take a picture of her and put it all over the internet, or even better, a TikTok, and run her down, and then she gets slammed even more. When it's difficult. Yes, she's making money on OnlyFans. I can guarantee you. Yes, she is. Only thing I said is be mindful of that audience, because those people that can assume that content assume it in rooms and dark places, okay? And their minds get blown. Hence why Liv Morgan has a stalker. A lot of the wrestlers have a stalker. Hell, it be famous people have stalkers. Shoot, regular people get stalked because people want what they can't have and they're willing to pay for it. I'm not mad when she said, listen, the Gooners is going to give me the dough. Mandy Rose told y'all that dude paid her $50,000 for her content. And Mandy Rose's husband sat right there and said, thank you. We spending that money well. I'm going to leave it like this. I wish her all the best. But I want people to be very mindful that mental health, especially in these times, seems to be really, really, really fragile. And in ages of 25 and under, it plays a bigger role in the decision making. Okay, you have to educate your teens and your tweens about internet safety. I did it with my boy. There, he was playing a video game. He had the Discord on the side, and they were talking shit to him. He got riled up. I went in there. I said, "Let me explain something to you. Those people, it could be grown men, it could be children, it could be women, it could be a fucking alien from Jupiter. For all you know, all they hear is your voice, and they going crazy. Do not respond. Matter of fact, take it off." I monitor some of his stuff because on Xbox you can have people invite and play with you. And so one person invited him and they were asking his name and his age. And I'm sitting there like, why is all of this necessary when you're just supposed to be playing games with an anonymous person fun on the internet? So we keep it to his friends and people that he knows and stuff like that. And that keeps down all of that cyberbullying and energy. Okay? He's older now. That was a few years ago. He's older now. He's more educated on the internet. And he's more mature for his age mentally. So it's not too much you could do to get him out his square. And he also knows how to fight. So that's also a plus. That's also a plus. You got to know how to fight, folks. Fight for what you believe in. Fight for what you love. Fight for your mental health. Especially in these times, you got to fight. Everything's a fight, a struggle. It doesn't have to be, but that's what's promoted. Please be mindful. Even when I do this YouTube, I got people trolling me. When I decide to go live and we have our interactions finally face to face once I figure this shit out, do you not think someone's going to control my ass? Yes. Especially because I'm older? Oh, please. Please. I play video games. I like cartoons. I wear fucking wrestling shirts and cartoon shirts. I wear Air Max and Jordans. Right? But I'm also a millennial. That's my shit. So that's always how I was getting down. But there's people my age is like, girl, why you dressing like that? This how I dress, and I look my age and I act my age sometimes. But even my contemporaries try to bully me. Like it's just a weird thing that's promoted in American society. It's just promoted. I don't know why. And if you say I don't like that, you get called a sissy and a punk. If you beat your bully up, all of a sudden you're suspended and the bully is the victim. It's the weirdest shit. I don't get it. With that being said, I'm going to leave it right there. I think this is a very important conversation to have. And it's the IWC. It's the IWC. It's people. It's the world. Stop putting your shortcomings and your things that you're uncomfortable with and projecting it on people. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the way things are going, we all going to have an OnlyFans. We all going to have OnlyFans. And then what? We just going to be paying each other to see each other's private parts and inside our butts. Y'all hit the comments.